Okay, guys, new dynamic image builder here at Thanks.io. This is insane. Probably one of the more exciting things we've done in a while. Not that we haven't done a lot of exciting things with gift cards and everything else that's happened in the last year, but this is nuts. So basically what we're talking about is on our 6x9 and 4x6 postcards, you can now create dynamic images, meaning the images change based on parameters or fields that you specify you want changed on the fly for the recipient themselves. So here I am on the page, and we'll just talk a little bit about this here, and I'll show you how it works. So you have a few templates out of the box here, and keep in mind you can always use your own templates for this stuff and override these, but just to make things easy, I can go ahead and pick a template. I can then set a background image URL. Now the background image URL is this section right here. Let me get my little pen. It's kind of this stuff in this section, and it changes. I'm kind of doing it here on each of the templates. So that's your background image URL. And you'll notice that I have street view chosen, and I can also do map view if I want to. And I can also, this is nuts, 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 I can also insert the last image. If I go down here, the last image that somebody viewed on our site, if you're using our visitor view feature where you kind of put a tag in your website, and it finds the address and other contact info of your anonymous visitors, you can also include the last image that the person looked at into this background image URL field. But for purposes of the demo, let's just put the map view in there or the street view. You can also upload your own. And then we'll set our header. It says, is now the right time to sell address? You'll see that I'm merging in the address right here of the recipient property. So in our preview on the top right, it just says address, but if it was 123 Main Street, it would say 123 Main Street. And it would also, I kind of skipped over this when I was talking about street view here, it will also take the street view from Google and put it up here. Nuts, 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 right? So you basically are getting a postcard with your house on it, right? So this is cool stuff. Then you have the subheader, so just a little bit of a call to action I have here. Scan the QR code to see what your house might sell for today. And then we have our QR code redirect URL, so you can take them anywhere you want. But notice again that we are dynamically populating this URL. And you don't have to go this nuts, but if you want to, you can build pages on your side or have your developers of your website build pages that will take these parameters out of the URL. It will take the address, take the person's name, maybe their state, their zip, different things, and it'll place it directly into the page that you're sending people to. So that's a little more advanced. You don't really have to do that. In general, most people are probably just going to go ahead and throw the URL, in this case, for where the person can see the value of their house, right? You just put the regular URL. It doesn't need to be dynamic. Then you can put a logo URL, pretty self-explanatory. We have Forever Florida Real Estate up here at the top section of the card right there. So you put your logo URL in like that. You hit the generate preview, and then once that's done, you can save the dynamic image template to the Thanks.io library for use in your campaigns, or if you're zapping and whatever you might be doing. So again, really, really powerful stuff. People have asked for a number of things around this functionality over the years, about customizing the front side of our postcards. You could always customize the handwritten side, but now you have the ability to dynamically change up what your postcards look like here in Thanks.io. And I'll just show you really quickly where to find this. It's on the image templates page, and it's in the postcards section. So it doesn't really make much sense to have this for letters or note cards or gift cards in our minds yet. Maybe someday we'll do that. But for postcards, right now, you can come right to this section, right up top here, and you can click Dynamic Images. And you can do what I was just doing with your Thanks.io campaigns. And of course, as always, if you're on our business plan, you always have the want it done for you option where you can have members of our team kind of set all this gobbledygook on you. But the idea here is that your recipients will receive a very personalized card with their house on it, with their name or their address, and it'll really feel targeted. And then they'll flip it over and they'll get the handwritten font from Thanks.io. It'll just feel like you put a lot of effort in, and the thing is going to get read at a much bigger rate than email will get read. It'll cost way less than driving a Google or a Facebook click. You got to give this a shot today, guys, over at Thanks.io. www.thanks.io.